Blessed ones of the nations of the world. This is your brother Dan Moses Osei Sakwadie of TRC, Ghana, coming to you with our expose testimony, New World Disorder from the land of Ghana, with the expose being recorded on the 19th of May 2022, Thursday night, against Friday, the 20th of May. But before we begin, we want to welcome each other by saying Akwaba, Allen, Sahalen, Shagitam, welcome, Ngajoni, Benvindo, you are welcome. Kuso, Diwo, Tusanisenyo, Okukulaba, Mauya, Mingalaba, Boye, Malamu, Karibu, Ekabo, no, o San de Zua, Mkwang de Hena. Nitash, Duburo, Pejalo, Vat, Bine I Binit, Barigalust, Vita Iche, Aibon, Dobridoya, welcome, Estan, Hosut, Walan Adoma, bienvenido, Namaste, Swagitam, Kush, Amadid, Baruch, Haba, Marhaba, Huanyong Hamida, Huanying, Nyejeko, Anyanime, Nyejeko, Wezolo, Novio, Mia Wezo, Akwaba to the program. Testimony, New World Disorder. Testimony, New World Disorder, as we know, is the program through which we get to know what is happening to Ghana, America, humanity, and the nations of the world in these times of global deception, delusion, and willful lies that are made up by some of the very people that we trust to be there for humanity and the nations of the world, and yet have chosen to be the very people that are dealing with that by willful lies, deception, and delusion, having brought humanity and the nations of the world into this total global helplessness. But we want to keep in mind that all that you are seeing in your nation, all that we are seeing on the nations of the world, they are just the blowing winds of the ulterior agenda being pursued against humanity, which is the agenda to take over your soul, my soul, the souls of humanity and of the nations of the world. That is what they are doing to us. That is what they are pursuing. Everything that is happening in your nation is geared towards diversionary tactics agenda to sway us, to distract us from that agenda that is being pursued to take over your soul. So it is time that you make a decision as to whether you would allow the soul takers, after all the infliction, the woe, the pain, the difficult times that they are afflicting humanity with, whether you will still allow them to take over your soul and let your soul spend eternity in damnation forever, or you yield your soul over to the maker of your soul, the owner of all souls upon the earth, that you forever rejoice in glory with him in eternity. I have made my decision. This is a personal decision that we all need to make. Therefore, I want to commend to you Christ Jesus, my Lord, who is the owner of my soul. I want to commend him to you. The entire human race is at stake. No one is an exempt. We are all endangered, and we need to act and act now to save your soul, my soul, and the souls of the human race. Akwaba to the program Testimony, New World Disorder. We are most grateful to God that by this same program, we as well get to receive some divine guide, divine direction, divine insight, that we may know what to do in these times of global wickedness, the pursuit of Jacob's trouble by global wicked minds, with the central forces coming from Ghana and America, who have orchestrated this evil agenda and is being pursued against the human race. Blessed ones, thank God that he has not left us helpless, and we as well get to receive this divine guide, divine direction, and we may know exactly what to do in redeeming your soul, redeeming the nations of the world from these global wicked forces. Akwa to the program Testimony, New World Disorder. Humanity and the nations of the world. On the 17th of May, we had received a shocking expose in regarding the secret terror cells that are being operated by the government of Nana Addo Akufo with the Joe Biden administration on the soil of Ghana in advancing the cause of the same terrorism that was pursued in America to the killing of the Ghanaian people. I had to bring out some expose on the 17th of May. Blessed ones of the nations of the world, we would want to take this opportunity. We want to understand that we have started fully from Ghana with these exposés, and we want to use this very episode to bring the noble Ghanaian people some understanding as to the tactical and strategic danger and threats that is being created by the government of Nana Addo Akufo, the Biden administration for the state of Ghana, being pushed by the politicized national security of Ghana, IGP James upon IGP Dampare, and his office, being pushed by Osla Owusu and his Ministry of Communication against the Ghanaian people, strategically creating great danger for our people to divert the attention of the noble Ghanaian people from the unthinkable inflictions, from the unthinkable hardships, the non-performing governance of the government, that they divert our attention. Let's, by this expose, get some understanding as to why they are doing this evil to the Ghanaian people. So Ghana, this is coming for us. Blessed ones, Ghana need to understand that in the land of America, as a result of the Akufo Addo government, supported by the top ranking of the Ghana Police Service, in cahoot with the Germantown Police of Maryland, Montgomery County Police, the FBI, the politicized national security of Ghana, they have introduced to the human world what I officially referred to before the United Nations as new terrorism and justifiable terrorism. Blessed ones, on the 30th of June 2021, let's understand that in the willful covering up of the heinous crimes of the U.S. undercover agent, let's watch here one more time. We are having a memory fresher for the Ghanaian people to get understanding of the kind of grave danger that is being willfully created for our people and for the nation Ghana by the Biden administration and the Akufo Addo government to divert our attention from the evil that they are pursuing against humanity, with Ghana and America being the central forces for pushing that agenda against humanity. Blessed ones, on the 30th of June 2021, in the interest of this U.S. undercover agent, the Akufo Addo government, the Biden administration, the Ghana Embassy, Washington, D.C., with the Montgomery County Police of Maryland, They have orchestrated to come seek my assassination on the job, on the clock, in the city of Germantown, Maryland. Because they wanted to rob me of my income for the individual for whose sake Ghanaians have continued to be killed cowardly in secrecy since 2006. They must reward her crimes with the sweat of my labor. They willfully failed in their agenda to rob me of my income and to get me assassinated on that 30th of June 2021. That kind of total terrorism which they orchestrated against me on a job was a no-no. They dared the global avenging forces who are on the side of God, who are on the side of humanity, on the side of Ghana, on the side of the American people, and on the side of the human race. So what happened was an immediate response within the matter of 7 days in avenging the cowardly secret killing of His Excellency Jerry John Rawlings, who for the sake of this dangerous US undercover agent had been killed through medical terrorism by the Akufo Addo government and forces in America, in the willful intent to have assassinated me on the job on the 30th of June, because the global forces, avenging forces, could not and would not accept that it was time that they sent message to the coward secret killers that no matter how many people that they have killed in the soil of Ghana, God is not going to hold His peace at the touching of some individuals in the human world. Therefore, on the 7th of January or the 7th of July 2021, the world received to a shock the brutal murder, assassination of the president of Haiti, which this undercover agent originally, herself and her parents, are from, for the assassination of His Excellency Jerry John Rawlings and the willful intent to have gotten me assassinated. It triggered an immediate response within a matter of 7 days with a brutal and unthinkable assassination of the Haitian president. America, Ghana, humanity, and the nations of the noble people of Haiti, this is the kind of grave danger that Joe Biden, Nana Addo Akufo and his administration, the Ghana Embassy, Washington, D.C., brought the years of cowardly secret terrorism that has been perpetrated against Ghana with help coming from no one. Our journalists are killed, politicians, religious leaders, celebrities are killed as though we are animals, and the crimes are willfully covered for the US government's blood money in the interest of this US undercover agent. Humanity and the nations of Akwa to the program, Testimony, Live World Disorder. We are taking it very slow. IGP Dampare can Dapa, the Minister for the Politicized National Security of Ghana, Osla Owusu, the Minister for Communication, ever since I set foot on the soil of Ghana on the 27th of April, they have been pushing every political button through their new terrorists that have been recruited in the neighborhood that operate from various homes. And they are doing everything that they can to seek to blow up the nation Ghana apart. However, I have continued to restrain and have continued to do everything before the United Nations, International Criminal Court, Hague, and the African Union to bring attention to the kind of grave danger that is being created for my nation Ghana and for the innocent people of Ghana. No effort of mine had brought IGP Dampare, Osla Owusu, Kandapa, their willful intent to destabilize the peace, security, and stability of Ghana, to destabilize global peace, security, and stability due to their intent to get me assassinated on the soil of Ghana. When they tried it in America on 30th of June 2021, in 7 days' time, the consequence was the assassination of the Haitian president. Ghana, America, and the nations of the world. Before I came to Ghana, we know that the Akufo Addo government, the German town police, Joe Biden's administration, they have made the situation so dangerous for the Ghanaian people due to the assassination of the Haitian president, compounded by the fact that the Akufo Addo government, Biden administration, the German town police, supported by the politicized National Security of Ghana, Kandapa, Osla Owusu, the chief hacker and hacker, IGP Dampare, bribe-taking IGP. There was so much purpose to perpetrate medical terrorism to end man's life on the soil of Ghana, using the medical field after their terrorism and persecution on the job against me has resulted in me having terrible shoulder injury. America, Ghana, humanity, and the nations of the world, the unleashing of the so much terror, persecution, and torture against me on the soil of America brought Ghana to a dangerous situation where not Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo Addo, nobody at the Flagstaff House, no minister of Ghana, no parliamentarian of Ghana, no government official of Ghana, none at the Supreme Court of Ghana, none of the officials of the government of Ghana was safe anymore, because at the slightest mistake, at the slightest provocation against the global avengers who are on the side of Ghana, on the side of humanity, on the side of the American people, at the slightest provocation, they shall avenge me and avenge the innocent Ghanaian people that are being killed on the government and the government officials. Just like the Haitian president was barbarously, brutally murdered. That was the situation that evil minds in Ghana had created for their own nation of Ghana. Blessed ones, in order for me to tone down the so much danger that has been created by the government for their own people of Ghana, traitors of my nation, betrayers of the state. This is what I had to do. Blessed ones, just a minute. All right, we are back. Let's take that for a short break, commercial. We are back again. Although I was still struggling through terrible pain, shoulder injury, and the medical facility was being used to terrorize me, the home where I resided was being used to secretly get me poisoned, to induce a justifiable reason to blame the injury on. I had to, amidst such a great danger that is being created for the nation Ghana, had to try to tone down the danger that is being created for Ghana by calling my family in Ghana, telling my family that, oh, it's okay, my injury is okay, now I can almost do everything with my right arm that has been terribly injured on the job. And in fact, it was the ointment that was given to me by my auntie, which has helped me so greatly, and the injury had calmed down and I'm almost out of it. Ghana, why did we have to do that? When I was still living in terrible pains and I knew and I was not out of the situation. Ghana, the medical terrorism that was being perpetrated against me, against everything that is called law, was enough a reason for avengers to avenge themselves on the nation Ghana and on the government of Ghana. So I had to tactically find a way to bear the pain of the Ghanaian people, but telling my family through the phone that is listened to by the US government, that is listened to by the national security of Ghana, politicized, Dampare and his top-ranking police officers, so that it will be like, oh, Ghana, he's okay. It's not like we are killing him, we are murdering him. He's now okay. Ghana, Christ Jesus, my Lord, lived to die. So I died for you that way. But I want to tell us that I returned to Ghana with the injury, and I'm still living with the injury. Shocking, right? God is good all the time. All the time, God is good. Humanity and the nations of the world. Akufo to the program, Testimony, New World Disorder. Before I left America for Ghana, the Biden administration, the Akufo Addo government, can Dapa, Osla Owusu, Dampare, IGP, they have orchestrated with Ken Oforiatta, the finance minister, that in order for them to render me helpless and kill me in the land of America, they must rob me of my income, of every penny that is due me in the land of America, and render me helpless in the land of America, so they can murder me as quickly as they could, as part of their agenda. All finances that are due me were cut off. My job was taken from me. The company that I had worked for and was owing me my undue, my due unpaid wages, thousands of dollars, must refuse paying the money. And the crime of the company, International Food Warehouse, Gettysburg, Maryland, was being aided by the U.S. State Department of Labor to rob me of my due unpaid wages from the U.S. State Department of Labor Employee Standard Services. Should any employee in America file for wage claim against any employer, within 2 weeks to a month, or the most 2 months, that employee should be made to pay that employer should be made to pay the employee the due wages within 2 months. However, because the Biden administration, the Akufo government, supported by traitors of my land, those that have no regard for the blood of the Ghanaian people, and are giving us to cowardly secret terrorism, we are killed and it's being covered up by the state. They must use the U.S. State Department of Labor to aid the crime of robbing me of my due unpaid wages. I had to exit America and come to Ghana, my land. I got here on the 27th April. The Labor Department, America, hear this, tactically in aiding the Biden administration, the Akufo Addo government, the willful covering up of the killing of the Ghanaian people, the covering up of the heinous crimes of the U.S. undercover agents, the covering up of the killing of the Haitian president, took almost 7 months, and were holding my due unpaid wages. I will not let it be paid, so that I die through my on-the-job injury, the pain amidst medical terrorism against me. They tactically were killing me on the soil of America. So when I exited on the 2nd of May 2022, I had to report to the Justice Department of US, the United Nations International Criminal Court, African Union. Let them know that I'm in the soil of Ghana. God has brought me safely. I sent the report to them through email. They received the report. A day after, the 3rd of May, America, hear this, the 3rd of May 2022, the same U.S. State Department of Labor, through the so-called investigator that has been covering up, they were making the employer make up false legal documents on records, claiming that I didn't work for the company. I was not an employee of the company, making up false documents. When I sent the report to the United Nations, international authorities, on the 2nd of May, the next day, the U.S. Department of Labor, through the Office of the Investigator, sent me a note through email that the employer has paid my due unpaid wages of over $5,000. The U.S. State Department of Labor was claiming that that money has been paid to them. America, did you hear that? One day after I sent the report to the United Nations International Criminal Court, that I had to leave U.S. and I'm in Ghana now. The shame made them, after 7 months, now act and claim that the money has been paid. Okay, so they want to find out if my address in the US is active and they can mail the check to my home. Meanwhile, they had an option that my bank account could be provided to them and they put the money in my account. They have that, the US Department had that option. The employee standards, they have that option. So I gave them my bank account. On the 5th of May, I provided them the account number and I provided them my address in Ghana, letting them know that they know I am in Ghana now and the address in the US is no longer active. So I prefer the money be put into my accounts. However, if that is not possible, then they have to mail me the check. Let's see the criminality. Tactically, because IGP Dampare, Osla Ousu, Kandapa, Kenoforiata, Joe Biden, the so-called investigator, they have orchestrated in advance to get me robbed of the money that they claim that has been paid. Before my arrival in Ghana, let's see what they did. This is a document sent into my mailbox. I am the owner of the box. The United Nations. The box number is PO Box CS 9352 Tema. I've owned this box for years. When I was in the US, I was still paying my rent. You pay it a year advance, and I've never owed 1 penny or 1 peso. As I speak now, I paid till December. I paid in advance. However, because they intended to rob me of my paycheck, they knew I was coming to Ghana. If I come to Ghana, my address in America is not active. So they would not like to put the money in my account for me to access it, to have access to my due unpaid wages. So they have to devise a means and give my mailbox to criminals behind me. So this individual, Mr. Richard Kwame Akeke, my mailbox has also been rented to that individual behind me. Why? Because the Labor Department, the Biden administration, the Akufo government had orchestrated that when I come to Ghana, they will devise that the check should be mailed to me. If it had to be mailed to me in Ghana, then they have to find a means to claim that the check has been stolen. Somebody has stolen it. And see how treacherous they were. When I came to Ghana in the month of April, this document, you can see that it has the date stamped 8th of April on it. I arrived in Ghana on the 27th of April in advance of my coming. They have orchestrated this. And I went to open my box. Unknown, they were not, the post office was not anticipating, they didn't know out of the blue that I have arrived. I went to open the box, and the person they have rented the box to, his mail was in there. I took it, made a photocopy, went to give them the copy, that this mail, not a wrong mail that hadn't been placed in my box, my own mailbox had been given to another, had been rented to another person, and the person's name is on my box number and receiving mail in my box. To cover up their shame, they had to strategically decide to be putting more mails belonging to their criminals in my box. And I also decided that I will start gathering the evidence to their crime on the 17th of May. In spite, on the 5th of May, I have provided my bank accounts and my mailing box in Ghana to the investigator who claimed the money had been paid. The investigator would not respond to my email proving, confirming that he has received my bank accounts, or to tell me that the check is mailed. I kept calling his office, leaving voicemail. He would not answer. He was ignoring. Up till the 10th of May, I kept calling him, leaving voice messages, sending him emails. He would not respond. And then on May 10th, I called the customer service of the U.S. State Department of Labor, wanting to speak to a supervisor regarding the irresponsible behavior, criminality of the so-called investigator. When I called, I was told that on the 9th of May, the check was mailed into my, it has been mailed on the 9th of May, and it's, so I should get it. It's on the way coming. As at the 17th of May, I have not received the check. So guess what? On the same 17th of May that I captured that evidence, I have sent another report to the United Nations. And tactically, that same 17th of May, the U.S. State Department of Labor, that same so-called investigator, that for 7 months was aiding to get my wage or due unpaid wages robbed, to cover up the crimes of the U.S. undercover agent and International Food Warehouse. That same investigator sent me a treacherous email into my account and was telling me the check has been mailed into my account, and he wants to inform me that if I don't receive the check is lost, then their institution is not liable for the loss of the check. Can we imagine that? They have orchestrated with the Ghana Post Office, Ghana Postal Service, in advance of my coming, to commit such a crime against me, humanity and the nations of the Akufo to the program testimony we want to serve. Ghana, your government is willfully creating a danger and a threat for our innocent people, to divert attention from the cowardly secret killing of our people. They would dare not rob me of my due unpaid wages of over $5,000. I labored for that. I owe not Akufo Addo or his government. I've not borrowed 1 penny from them. That is all we tell them. All men are created equal, and we shall demand accountability for the cowardly secret killing of the Ghanaian people. No matter how many coward secret terrorists that have been raised in the neighborhood secretly, having access to the surveillance images of these residents, working around the clock to seek my assassination, humanity and the nations of the world. Let's go to the next expose and continue. But Ghana, understand that the danger that the nation is facing is a willful thing by the Biden administration and Akufo Addo government, using traitors against our own land. God bless you. And God bless our homeland Ghana. Bye bye.